I hope that music was coming through. Um, it's so pretty, and it would be a shame if you didn't get a chance to hear it. I'm going to put my headsets on, see what's coming through. So I hope that did come through, and I'm. It does help a lot when I hear myself versus when I don't hear myself. It does. It makes a huge difference, you guys. And I wanted to come and say something. I didn't do anything for the full moon in Taurus. I I thought about it. I just did not have the energy or lifespan to do it. And I'm being honest. Um, that was actually in my third house, the actual full moon in the lunar eclipse. But see, I have my moon in Taurus, and at 11 degrees, it went into my fourth house. So it was low, low, low in my chart. I had no energy. It was because 5 degrees is already conjunct my nadir, very, very low in my chart. And I slept the whole day. I literally slept the whole day. So I don't know if anyone else experienced anything like that, but that's the way it affected me. Mm. I think my daughter said she was exhausted that day too, or I just had a weird kind of day. I know I did. I know I did. Mm. And you guys, I have to tell you, I'm having some kind of like my lips are swollen. They feel swollen. I just might. I ran out of my favorite lipstick, and so I might just need to get that because it. I put a little bit on now, so it's on, but I usually have much darker lips. You know what I mean? Because I usually have more lips, my lipstick, and I have other lip things like lip tints, lip glosses, but it's not the same as my favorite lipstick, which is, I guess like the foundation for everything. And so I definitely need to get more of that. And you guys, I have to tell you, I have very low energy. I'm going to take that out of the universe. I have so much energy. Energy abounds in me. I have all the energy I need to accomplish the things I want to accomplish in this lifetime. So let's talk a little bit about some things. One of the things I want to talk about is, well, where the planets are right now. And I'll briefly go over that so we can discuss that. I'm going to cut this down in the back even more. So, right now, we've got a lot going on. There's a lot of water going on. But we've got the sun at 9 degrees of Scorpio, the moon at 3 degrees of Cancer, Mercury at 17 degrees of Scorpio, Venus at 23 degrees of Virgo, Mars at 14 degrees of Scorpio, and Jupiter at 10 degrees of Taurus, retrograde, Saturn at 0 degrees of Pisces, retrograde, Uranus at 21 degrees of Taurus, retrograde, Neptune at 25 degrees of Pisces, retrograde, Pluto at 28 degrees of Capricorn, the North Node retrograding at 24 degrees of Aries, and Chiron retrograding at 16 degrees of Aries. So when I look at all of this, I mean, I would think Chiron in the North Node are basically the only fire here. And all of this, I'm sure, is dampening whatever plan Chiron and North Node had, which to me seems miserable. So I'm glad that it's thwarting that. I mean, it's Chiron, right? It's a wound. It wants you to heal it. The North Node's coming along saying, yeah, heal that, that kind of thing. And I think sometimes we just need to get away from that, whatever it is. For me, Chiron is sitting right inside my progressed first house. And what has happened? I've lost 50 pounds in about 6 months. And I can tell I'm probably going to lose weight more. I had gained some weight back. And, once you gain back 20 or 30 or 40 pounds, you start thinking, oh, I'll never be able to lose that. And it starts, 1 year turns to 2 and 2 turns to 3. And you just let it slide. And it was just time. And I've never gotten to goal. And so this is my opportunity. Now, I'll explain in a second why this happened in this weird way, but Saturn has retrograded back into my first house. It's down at 0 degrees and 31 minutes, which is right inside of my natal first house cusp. So, Saturn always reduces and restricts and constricts. And I had it going through my first house for years. I think it's why I maintain weight loss without any type of assistance, except for dancing. But it became harder to keep it off. I'm a person who lost 300 pounds. And that was back in 2014, I started, and I would say by 2017, I had already lost 300 pounds. And I started to slowly gain a little bit back. And so that's why I'm glad that I've lost this 50 pounds, because it lets me know that I'm going back in the right direction and I may hit goal. So that's a great vibe, knowing, it's not too late. And speaking of it not being too late, and maybe this also is Saturn. No, I don't think this is Saturn. I think this goes a lot deeper than that. But I was able to get my spiritual life coaching certificate. So now I'm also a spiritual life coach. And I love that it gives me an entirely new way to assist people and to bring you into a better understanding of what it is that we might have discussed, say, in an astrology reading or some other type of reading. But now, and as a spiritual life coach, I can take you into much deeper places that are much more positive for you and for your future. So I'm really proud of that. And I actually was certified on Halloween, which I think is amazing. And what it means, though, is so crazy. The sun was in my 9th house, which is higher education. And it's conjoined, though, my midheaven right now, because it's 2 degrees away from my midheaven. So it would have been, 3 degrees away yesterday. So it was meant to be. It was meant to be the way it happened. And Mercury is on my Neptune, and Mars is on my Neptune in my first house, and Mercury and Mars are on my Sun and my ascendant respectively. So Mars is on my Sun in the 12th house, believe it or not. And but it's conjoined my ascendant, which is at 17 degrees, and Mercury is there right now. And that is sextile my natal ascendant. So these are beautiful sextiles between Mars and my Capricorn sun, and Mercury and my Capricorn ascendant. And so I guess it's why I decided to make this video tonight, and I'll upload it and share it with everyone soon. Now, Venus in 23 degrees of Virgo, it's the only thing in Virgo, but what it does is it sets up this opposition with Neptune at 25 degrees of Pisces. And, you know, I think that is a really weird opposition anyway, because with Mercury in Virgo, it's exalted, and excuse me, not Mercury, with Venus in Virgo, um, it's a very picky type of Venus, right? It's thinking a lot. It's more about thinking about it and being exact in romance than being letting go with the feeling and just enjoying the moment. And Neptune is the opposite. Neptune is like in love with love, especially when it's home in Pisces like that. So it's almost like heart over mind, in a way, because Virgo is always rational. But I think some people might throw caution to the wind and go for the gusto. I really, because Venus is going toward a trine with Pluto at 28 degrees of Capricorn. These are both earth signs. These are both very earthy, and Pluto is direct noun. I see a really good Venus Pluto trine. That could be intense. I would just watch out for power plays in the relationship. If you sense any sign of a power struggle, get the heck out of that, okay? Because if you're going to form it when there's a Pluto Venus connection like that, positive or negative, that could be an underlying message in that relationship, especially since it's Scorpio season. And we got 3 things in Scorpio right now, okay? So just know, that the more you know, the better it is, right? And hold on, I'm so dry. Isn't that something? I feel like I probably sound dry because my voice is so dry. Anyway, Jupiter at 10 degrees of Taurus is exactly opposed to Sun. So we're dealing with a Sun Moon opposition right now. And I don't know how you feel about that. I don't feel like great about that. Also, Jupiter is opposing Mars. So Jupiter is opposing the energy that is right now. And so, Jupiter wants to be happy, and it wants to be expansive and grow and be big and just make a big stink. But I think that it just isn't jiving with the sun and Mars right now, and it doesn't want that. It's Scorpios like to hide. They like to be in the dark. They like to be hidden. They don't want all their things exposed. They're not trying to be in that limelight in that way. I mean, even when they're in the limelight, you don't know much about them. People like P. Diddy. I always see all these people saying things about P. Diddy like he is a lover and he's gay and he's bi, or he killed Tupac, or he killed his wives, or I mean, I don't think any of it's true, but that's the thing about Scorpio. They're so enigmatic that people kind of make up their own story, like, because they're just filling in the blanks for themselves. Like, they don't know. Scorpios don't let you know. That's how they roll. They really try to keep it on the DL, even if it's true. I just don't see someone. He would be really on the DL with it because he's a Scorpio. They are very private. I believe, without a doubt, the most private sign in the zodiac is Scorpio. There is no more private sign than Scorpio. Maybe a Pisces, but not really. The Pisces has a whole different side of them because they are co-ruled by Jupiter. Scorpio only has Pluto and Mars. That's it. Power anger struggles. They all have them. And I know I had 2 brothers that were Scorpio, and my stepdad was a Scorpio. So I know tons of cousins that are Scorpios. They're all the same. They're very, very private. But I love that about them. They're also great for secret keeping because they don't go out and spread gossip like most people. Now, the thing is, with Jupiter being in Taurus, Jupiter and Taurus is the opposite, right? That's Jupiter sitting on a Venus sign, just spreading all that gossip talking. And, because Taurus are very earthy, they're down to earth. They say what they want to say, and they have really no shame in the fact that they said it. And man, if a Taurus is resolute about something, even if it's a lie, they will spread that. Tauruses will gossip. I just got to keep it real. And so, we're dealing with that. And some people might be dealing with that some Taurus gossip um, going on that could be affecting things, especially if it's involving a Scorpio. Oh gosh, the opposition of that. I don't even like thinking about it. Now, we talked about Saturn at 0 degrees of Pisces a little bit because, as I mentioned, it's in my own natal first house, but Saturn and Pisces in general, to me, it is, I just think of tears and pain in my feet, painful feet. Some people got swollen feet. They got feet that keep going to sleep. They got pins and needles in their feet. Some people are getting bunions and corns on their feet, got blisters on their feet, got athlete foot on their feet. They got stuff on their feet. And you might have been dealing with it for a while since, you know, it's retrograde. So it might have just happened. Just saying. Jupiter in Pisces tends to deal with the feet. Now, the thing is, Saturn, I said Jupiter in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces. Saturn in Pisces also is really sad. Like, other than Saturn in Capricorn, there is no sadder placement than Saturn in Pisces. I'm just saying. It's the ultimate misery. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't hear any other astrologers saying this, but that is what I see. It's miserable. And some people are just, you're right. What's the word? They're reveling in the misery. And I don't think it is as bad as some people think it is. Like the things they say about Biden, I'm not down with that. I like Biden. Mm. And I'm firmly convinced that if it had been Trump, I believe that we would just be like in a purge situation. Like the whole country would have just died by now. Like, guy, 8 trillion by one term? Like, come on, dude. I don't even, I said this somewhere else, but I'll say it here. I don't understand how people are bitching about Biden paying 100 or giving 100 million for NATO aid or whatever he did. 100 billion, right? It sounds like a lot until you compare it with the fact that Trump spent 8 trillion in 4 years. 8 trillion with a T. He went all the way out of the billions, okay? And didn't just trillion it once or twice, but almost 8 trillion. It was like 770 some $1 trillion. Like, hold up, what? Where is all that money at? So that just tells you, that's one of the reasons I also am not down with him, but it's perspective, okay? That's the point I'm making. I don't want to get off this subject here. It's about perspective. And I feel like when Saturn is in Pisces, we really have to keep our perspective, because our judgment is cloudy. And the sadness of Saturn and the heaviness of Saturn and the restriction of Saturn only makes it cloudier. It only makes it more difficult to see what's obviously there. And I can honestly say, I feel that there are things that are obviously there, but I just did not. I mean, especially with Pluto retrograding in my first house, I literally slept most of the last 6 months. The energy level has been so bad. Now, I've been feeling more perky the last week, and I guess it's because the sun is in Scorpio and I'm in Capricorn. But overall, oh, it's been really horrendous. And I wonder how many other people have been experiencing something like that. Now, you know, this is a really wide grand trine, but we really do technically have a grand trine, and I'm going to explain it to you. We got the sun at 9 degrees of Scorpio, and we got the moon at 3 degrees of Cancer, and they are trine, and it is a trine. They're sun and moon. They get 10-degree orbs. They're both luminaries. But let's not forget, we've got Pisces at 0 degrees of Saturn, and that is trine both luminaries. So that is a wide grand trine involving the sun in Scorpio, the moon in Cancer, and Jupiter and Saturn in Pisces. I keep going to Jupiter, Saturn in Pisces. Now the thing is, I think tomorrow the sun will probably move out of that aspect with Saturn, and maybe when it pulls out of that aspect, it might start to feel a little bit lighter. Because as long as we're in that, and also the moon's going to be moving too, and also pulling out of that. So, whatever this, because I don't know if you feel it, but I feel it. It's just a very lazy, lax, mellow type of Cancer moon. I just feel like I'm just floating, floating, floating. Maybe it's the music that's motivating me and urging me to float, float, float. I'm looking at where the planets are, and I also want to say that Venus is, I think I mentioned is opposed Neptune. So I did mention that. That's major, but Venus is also trine Uranus. And that just makes me wonder, because Uranus is retrograde, it's in Taurus, that sensuality. And with Venus in Virgo, I mean, if anything happens there, it would certainly be unexpected, out of the blue. And that trine might just make for something out of the blue, maybe explosive, but I think in a positive way, because we're talking Venus. And even though it's Uranus, it's still Venus. It's opposite attract too. So I think there could be something like that brewing. Anyway, I just wanted to look at where the planets are. And I talked about Jupiter being opposed to Sun, didn't I? Because Jupiter is our happiness and joy and luck. And with the Sun opposing it, it's like I think it's because it's watery, and um, Jupiter is in Taurus. And what do you get when you pour water on Earth? You get mud. So a lot of us might feel like the next 24 hours, we might feel like we're stuck in mud, or our name is mud, or it feels like mud, like you're dredging through everything just to get things accomplished or whatever. So anyway, I realized as I was doing this, it's 9:30, but I realized as I was doing that, I'm so exhausted. Like, I don't know if I just take a break, if that would work. I don't think so. I think I need to go take a nap. I'm just exhausted. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning, 4 o'clock this morning, maybe 4 o'clock this morning. I think when you do stuff like that, exhaustion is bound to set in. And I just want to pull some kind of card for you guys. Can I do that? I tell you what, I'll pull an actual tarot card. Oh no. Okay. I don't know why. I have dropped my phone more times in the last 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. And now it's the sound button is broke. So I don't know how much it costs to get that fixed or to repair my phone because they're expensive. Heck, a good phone is like a used car. It's one of those kind of expenses. They take up a lot. Okay, so we are in Scorpio season. I'm gonna pull a card. Oh, or I'm gonna pull whatever comes out because something just fell on the floor for Scorpio. I can't because these are all in reverse. They fell on the floor. They're all in reverse. And I would feel like crap if I gave that to you. You deserve better than that. So let's shuffle it again. Okay. I'm not going to do that to somebody. I mean, some people would give you all those reversal because they fell on the floor and I picked them up backward. So let's see, Divine Spirit, show me what to share with the sign of Scorpio. Show me, Divine Spirit, what to share. Sign of Scorpio. I just need really one or two. I just want to tell a story, whatever it is. Okay, so I got, you had 6 cards came out, so 6 cards it is. The first card is the 10 of Swords, Scorpio. So maybe those reversals were meant to come out. I don't know what Scorpio is experiencing. I don't know what it could be that could be affecting you like this. Just look at that. That is really bad, man. Now, I said Scorpios are very private, and it's probably because you don't want to be like that. Like you don't want to get stabbed in the back. You don't want to have your friends turn on you or anything like that. I think whatever it was had to do with love. It's crossed by the Lover's card. So, I mean, Scorpio just feels like somebody's hurt you. They stabbed you in the back. They lied. They cheated. They third partied you, maybe. I don't know. And you're done. You're walking away from that mess. Because what? If they did not respect you, they did not honor you, they did not love you, they did not treat you the way you know you should be treated, right? Yeah, and there was fighting too. Y'all was fighting. You know, I don't know what the fight was about. I mean, that you were stabbed in the back, maybe there was cheating. Something. There's definitely fighting going on. Arguments. Actual battles. But oh yeah. Ace of Swords. Now this, I think for Scorpio, I think you are going to be victorious. I do believe that you're going to win. And this might be a battle of wits, a battle of words. I just, when I see the aces, that's his complete and total victory. So you're going to be victorious over this fight, over this battle, over this problem. I want you to know that because sometimes when we're in the middle of something, um, let's say it's someone like a husband or a wife, and you've been with them and they cheated on you, or they stole something, or they disappeared, or I don't know. And it's heartbreaking. I know someone who was married for 25 years. And I always use their marriage as an example because to me it was the perfect marriage. But out of the blue, one day he came and that was it. Told her it was over. And she even got confirmation. He said he doesn't love her anymore. And she said she had no clue at all that was coming after 25 years. Now, I had the privilege of knowing her before she met him, watched her the day she met him, they dated him, and when they got pregnant, when they got married. One of the most beautiful love stories ever. And it just makes you realize that even the most glorious of loves can fade because of outside influences, or we forget what made us fall in love in the first place. And I think that's all it takes sometimes. You forget the value of the person who you now take for granted, right? Because now they're old news. But at one time, that person excited you and you excited them. The hardest thing is letting go of what was to go for what could be. Because what could be, they'd be so much more glorious than the fighting I just saw there. I pray that's not what you have been going through, Scorpio. I really do. Because the very last card was my favorite card, the Ten of Pentacles. And I love the Ten of Pentacles. I call this the everything card. That's what I call it. Why? Because you get everything. Everything you wanted. Everything you thought you couldn't have for whatever reason. You get it. Okay? That's the money. That's the love. You see the couple in there? That's love. They got dogs and children and a beautiful home. Every card is different, but it always portrays a loving family. Yeah, there's children and toys and yeah, every 10 of coins. It's like, especially since this 10 of, the first 10, the 10 of swords, was crossed by the lover's card, remember? When you think about that, right? This is all about either getting rid of this to get to this or battling through whatever that Ten of Swords was to get through this. Just know that in this reading, I sense that, you're probably going to walk away from what hurt you. But whatever that is, I think love is coming. And I really think you'll be victorious, especially if it's love you want. Okay? On the bottom of the deck, Scorpio, the Fool. And you know what's amazing about the Fool? It really is about taking a chance. It's about not being afraid, too. So I don't know if you'd be afraid to walk away from some relationship to get to this 10 of coins. It's take that leap of faith. Whatever direction, whether it's staying, leaving, this is all up to you. Whatever you do, especially when it comes to love, right? Take that leap of faith. Okay, and money too. Anything that has to do with success, take that leap of faith. Okay. Much love to you, Scorpio. Happy birthday to all the Scorpios out there. Happy Scorpio season. And I would like to offer Scorpios a special if you reach out to me. I think on my website, if you go there, there's a 30% off. And I'm going to tell you where to find it because some people go and they miss it. You know, the thing about websites, when they've been around for years, they get really, really busy. So my website is really busy. And I don't want that to throw anyone off or deter you from getting a reading with me if that's what you desire. So when you go to my website, right up at the top of the page, I think it is, very, very tippy top, there's something that says enter 30 off with, 30 off, 300FF at checkout and get 30% off. And Scorpio, I'm pretty sure if you do that, you'll get your 30% off. And that's my birthday gift to Scorpios, okay? All right. So, and there's other things in readings, like if you want something computerized or digital, something like that, we have that there too. I'm going to change my lip gloss. I feel like I need some lip gloss here. And I always keep a little Fenty around just in case. Okay, so, oh, I didn't even tell you my website. I figure most of you know, but it's astrology.com. And if you're interested in purchasing anything, go to the shop. If the shop is confusing enough as it is, if you go through the rest of the website, it'll really throw you off. And just look at the different categories and then choose the category that you want to look at, because otherwise I don't want you to get confused. It's a lot there. And if you don't know what to do, just message me. Go to the, contact us page and say, Adrienne, Capricorntigress, I want to get a reading. What should I do? Or something like that. And I'll message you back. And we'll be able to chat or something. Make arrangements, okay? That whatever works. I also have a Calendly page. So you can even go to calendly.com/astrology, look inside and book your own appointment. The only thing is there's no discounts there, but for some people who don't care about discounts, then they just want to book their appointment, then it might be a great option, right? So, okay, I'm going to get it. Oh, and there were many that came out. I'm doing Sag, and the first couple of cards, right away, I just felt like needed some clarification. And let's do Saggy. Let's talk about this, okay? Saggy, your first card was the Lovers. You started out with the Lovers. Now, when it starts out like that, I feel like you're making a decision. And I really believe that because the next card was the Justice card. So Sagittarius is, I believe you might be making a decision about love. I don't know if it's to get married with the Justice card or to partner up, to get serious, or if it's, just to start dating again, to get into a partnership, into a relationship. Maybe some Saggies are about to partner up. Just saying, it could happen, Saggy. Just know that. I want you to know, I didn't expect that because Scorpio is in Sagittarius's 12th house. And so my first thought was, oh, this is going to be very 12th housey, but you know, Sagittarius season comes right after Scorpio season. So maybe it is going to be a lot better than I originally thought. Because the next card is the Star. Some Sagittariuses might be dealing with some Aquarius people, but I also believe that you might have goals and wishes and dreams and things that you want to put into place in your life. And you might be pretty close to doing that. If you believe in that thing, yeah, you're going to be victorious. You're going to win. Look at that. Six of Wands, one of my favorite cards. This is being in the spotlight, maybe even being like on TV or in the news or something. I mean, the Star and then the Six of Wands. Wow. And then you got the Ace of Wands after that. You're going to be so creative, Sagittarius. I sense something really good coming in for Saggy. The only problem is you don't know. So I want you to know now. I hope you listen and find this message. Saggy, you're trying to figure out what direction to go in. You're trying to figure out what to do. This whole reading made me feel like you're making this decision. And with the Lovers and the Justice card and it ending on the Two of Swords, you got some kind of choice you got to make. You're making a choice about something, a decision, maybe about love. And that's what this whole thing is about. But I can't believe it. Out of 6 cards, I only pulled 6 for you. You had 3 major arcana. This is serious. You had the Star, the Justice, and the Lover. So maybe, I mean, look, Saji, if you're someone, you're not even in a relationship right now, and I'm talking about you and this relationship and getting serious and getting married, I want you to just believe in things. Maybe that's why the Star was there, so that you can remember to dream and to hopes, dreams, and wishes. Do you believe in love? I don't want to start. Do you believe in love after love? I want to do Cher. Oh my God. It messed with me. Just when I was going to mess with Cher. Do you believe in love after love? It's funny. A couple of cards turned over, but I'm pretty sure it was the Ace of Swords, which is information, and communication. So I hope that you do communicate, get lots of details, information, if it is about a relationship or if it is about marriage and getting serious and something like that. You want to make sure, okay? But I sense something good coming in for you. The Six of Wands. You just can't, you just got to open your eyes. Got your eyes closed trying to make a decision. How you going to make that decision? And it's so funny that you got this card, because doesn't this card remind you of the Justice card? And you got the Justice card. So I definitely sense those choices you got to make, okay? And I think once you make them, that'll be it. And you'll be in a better place, okay? Good luck to you, Saji. Much love to you. And don't forget to come visit me at Astrology, a lookinside.com. Much love to you. Okay, let's move on to the next. Because I don't know how long I'm going to be able to go. My mouth is so dry. It is weirdly dry. Dry throat, dry mouth. I just swooshing around in my mouth like wet my whistle. It's funny. I've got some tequila in the house, but I have not drank alcohol in a month of Sundays. It was making me not feel good whenever I drink alcohol. Wow. I am not taking that because I'm a Capricorn and I don't want that to be our card. Let's go ahead and that popped up in the air and I'm like, why am I going to take that? And I'm like, nope. Now if it comes out again, that's fate, and it was reversed and it was a card that I didn't think we should have. But we got a card that was just almost the same message. So that was meant to be our first card. I mean, whatever these coming out are right now. They're not that great. Capricorns, why do they always do this to us? Even when I try to make it something good, it's not trying to do what I want it to do. Why do that to Capricorn? Why? There is always like Capricorns have something they got to get over. So let's talk about it. Because this reading is no different. It starts with the Five of Cups. Oh, my sweet baby Cappy. You've had so much going on. Look at this Five of Cups. Look at it. Look at the mystery. Cappies. I mean, I feel sad for Cappy. I am a double cap in Western astrology, and I always feel bad for caps because people forget we got that fishtail. They forget how emotional Capricorns are. Capricorns are way more emotional than people believe they are. Way. I mean, other than Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, there is no more emotional sign. They are emotional. They swim in the water with them. They got fishtails. People forget that we are earth goats, but sea goats. People forget we are sea goats. That is our secret. I think it is our magic that Capricorns have, that we're sea goats. They forget we're mermaids. Some depict Capricorns with like human heads with horns on them, and that's a mermaid basically. So I always think that's what we are, but these emotions that Capricorn gets, it's melancholy. Okay, it's deep, dark melancholy. And Capricorns tend to get it a lot. Melancholia. And that's what this card represents. Now, sometimes it can lead to drinking. Didn't I just say something about tequila? Sometimes it can lead to that. So, if that's an issue, I want you to be careful. Look, I just feel like either you, Capricorn, it's getting away with something, or you feel like someone's gotten away with something on you. You might be a little down in the dumps because you feel like you got taken advantage of in some way, or someone took advantage of you, or you might be trying to take advantage of someone because of your own insecurities and maybe not feeling good about yourself with that five in the emotional space there. Look, I feel like some Capricorns can't even see their value, their worth. You can't even see the future that's right ahead of you. I don't know what the confusion is, but there is. You think you're trapped. You think you're stuck in that Five of Cups. Maybe it's all your opportunities getting away from you because you're not moving. You think you're trapped, that you're stuck, and you're not. Move, untie yourself because you can do it. Take the blindfolds off. See what's in front of you. Freaking go conquer the world, Capricorn. Where you belong. Go conquer your world. Make your mark, do your thing. Don't be afraid, you're not stuck. You got all this success in love and life that wants to come into you. You just have to have some courage. You have to have some balls. Take life by the horns, Capricorn, and see your brighter future. I know it's coming. And get on the right path. And once you get on that, you stay on that straight and narrow path, it will take you so fast to where you want to go. You are really so close to being on the right road. So close. And just stay on the right path. I almost want to say go toward the light, but stay in a good, positive frame of mind as well. Don't let whatever it is that's pulling you down pull you down. I see 2 8s in this reading, and this tells me that this is really about ambition and will and drive. Like this is about you going for something important in your life, and your only major arcana was the world, and not even a face card. This is about material success, right? Maybe you're getting a new job, maybe you're doing it a new way, but it's going to lead to some success, especially if you've got a good strategy. It'll go pretty quickly. On the bottom of the deck, any battle you were in is over. It's done. Let it go. Let go of the past. Let go of the pain. Let go of the battles. They're over now, Capricorn. Get on your path. Make your plan of action. Take those blinders off. You're not stuck. Be courageous. Go for the gusto. You can win. I see some major victory here. And just know it's all in your head. It's all those emotions. It's that 5 of Cups telling you you can't when you know darn well you can. Okay? Much love to you, Capricorn. And if you're another one, if you like to learn more about how to get a reading with me, you can go to the website, astrologylookinside.com. Go to the shop and just check all the different things there. Or you can actually book a reading with me directly on Calendly by going to calendly.com. That's calendly.com /astrology a look inside. Okay? All right. Much love to you. Okay, let's see what we're going to tell Aquarius. Let's see what comes out for Aquarius. I'm not doing full readings. I'm doing whatever the cards tell me. If I get 4 cards, and I get 4 cards. If I get 6 cards, I get 6 cards. But that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to go quicker because you know me. If I don't, I'll be on here for hours, and I just don't got the energy for that. My voice is kind of dry, and so I just want to get something out because it's the beginning of the month. So here we go for Aquarius. I pulled out some extra cards because I felt like there was a message. You got the 2 of Pentacles, some decisions about business, some decision about paperwork or ways of making money, some financial decisions. I feel like this is a judgment coming too. This is about something that could be ending, something that needs to be put into place. It's judgment. This is a final decision has to be made. And maybe it has something to do with, almost like a divorce or, I don't know, insurance, something important. You got the Page of Wands here. This is definitely communication, but it is creative, like ultimate creativity here. Maybe it's something to do with making money. Maybe like a course you're creating or something like that. King of Swords, information. Like I said, like a course you're creating. This is definitely about information. And you, Aquarius, especially if you're a male listening, you are the King of Swords. Oh, you got the Tower though. I feel like something is ending, something has fallen apart. So now you got to build it again. Page of Swords, definitely about the communication, definitely about maybe, like I said, course building, gathering info, something like that. I sense that some Aquariuses are not in a good place. Maybe it's because you had a Tower. Maybe it's because you're in the information gathering stage with these 2 pages. But I feel like, whenever I see the 4 of Cups, look at the pouting. It's pouting. It's like, darn it, I got 4 darn cups. Everybody else has got 10 cups. Got 7 cups. They got 12 or 8 cups. I got 4. And there's frustration there. And so I sense that for Aquarius. There's a Queen of Wands on the end. It ends jovial. She's such a happy queen. So Leo, a Sag, an Aries, always a great leader, always positive, uplifting. So that's very positive. I also feel like children are going to be a major factor in things for some reason, because we got 2 pages in this that always brings children up into the situation, maybe even getting into your love life or something like that. Kids can tend to do that, so just be aware of it. Also, you had 2 ending cards. These are two cards that both signify the end, the Judgment and the Tower. Something's ending. Something is ending, probably so something new can begin. But it is about something ending and letting something go. On the bottom of the deck, I love that you got this. It's the Magician. And why do I love this so much? This tells me that no matter what that ends, you got all the tools available to you to rebuild. You have all the tools that you need, Aquarius, to succeed and be successful. So that's beautiful. Okay. And my voice is so dry. Oh, I'm trying to get to Pisces at least. My voice is so dry. I feel bad not doing everybody on the first, but I don't think I'm going to be able to continue much longer. My voice is going out very quickly. And I might just, if it gets better, I'm gonna go and try to get some hot tea and something. I'm just getting over illness anyway, and so that happens. It's my first time, I think, in about a month. So let's see what we get for Pisces. I'm gonna do Pisces. Let me shuffle one more time. Okay, that's what I wanted. It just popped out right away. It just so the first card you got was Hermit, the Hermit, and this is so to me Pisces. The Hermit is one of those people. They just go in to get themselves centered again. They feel like they need to get their equilibrium back because sometimes, the world takes some of our energy. Sometimes we can get beat down. We have to take time for ourselves to revive ourselves and to meditate and to pray and to get ready for our next adventure. And a hermit does that for us. It gives us that time to rest and to relax and to really get into a different place within ourselves so we can be prepared for what's coming. Next is the Queen of Swords. So I feel like some Pisces might be cutting something off. I know if you're dealing with something that you feel that might be a threat to you or might cause you pain or harm or make you hurt in some way, you're not down with that. You're not going to put up with that. You'll cut that off. The Queen of Swords is known for cutting off anything that would cause her potential harm. She's been hurt before. She's not trying to go through it again. Look at this, the Nine of Pentacles next. I sense some success coming your way, Pisces, for sure, especially financially. You might have to wait for it, though. This is that waiting card, but look, the Wheel of Fortune right after. It's coming. Okay, you got this coming. It's meant to be. So you have to just hold on, knowing that your good is coming to you. Because sometimes when we wait so long and it doesn't come, when we think it should come or when we expect it to come, it is so painful, and because we're trying to force it. And sometimes we have to relax and let divine spirit handle it. It's not up to us to handle it. I know that sounds weird since we are us, right? But there is a point when you've got to let go and just let the spirit guide you. And Pisces, of all of the signs, you're the one sign, especially with Neptune and Pisces, that should be doing that. Like, you should not be trying to force anything. Just go with your intuition, with your gut, with whatever flows, your water. Flowing is everything for you. And if it's not flowing in the direction that feels right, then it's flowing in the wrong direction. Go in the direction that flows with you. Okay? So, out of just 5 cards, you got 3 major arcana. You got the Wheel of Fortune, you got the Temperance, and you got the Hermit. And it's basically saying you've got so much good coming your way. Just be patient and prepare for it. Be patient and pray for it. Be patient and meditate on it. And have courage. And expect a brighter future. And know that your good is coming. It is. I love that. It's perfect for you, Pisces. So I hope that resonated with some Pisces out there. It was short but sweet. I think it was good news for some Pisces. And if you haven't already done so, if you would like to find out about getting a personal reading with me, you can do that by going to my website, which is astrologyaLookInside.com. That's astrology, aLookInside.com. And go to the shop, because I don't want you to get lost. Okay, so go to the shop. And I think the first category is the readings. There's also a computerized reading. So, I mean, I wanted to give options because not everyone can afford a $200 reading. So I also have computerized readings, which are infinitely less money. Okay, so difference between $200 or $150 and say $20 or $30. So that's why I do it that way. I want to make sure I can satisfy as many people as I can. So a bunch of cards popped out, and we are on the sign of Aries. And I might even see, well, I'm going to take this one that's sticking right out. So here we are for Aries. I love this. Your first card was the Magician. And that tells me no matter what else I say, you, Aries, have all the tools at your disposal to do whatever you want to do, okay, to get what you want to get. You might have to fight for it a little bit, Knight of Wands, but you're willing to. You're willing to do whatever you have to do to win, aren't you? And I like that. Got the Knight of Cups as well. So you might be getting an offer coming in. Or maybe you're making an offer, but it's something coming in that I think you want. I think you're manifesting it with the Magician. I think you've manifested something. I think you're ready to move away from what's not working in your life. You're tired of not winning. You're ready to move in the direction, if nothing else, mentally moving into a whole new way of doing things. And I think you're going to have options. Seven of Cups. I think you've definitely got options coming your way. You have choices that you can choose from. And on the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles. So it's about learning something new. Like, you may be manifesting something coming in, this new job. I sense for some Aries, they're manifested this new job. And I think you might even have several choices. Like, these options might be options at this new career or a new choice, but you might be still making the decision over the choice. I'm just thinking you've got to learn this new skill, and that's what I sense for you. I feel like you're moving away from what's not working. I do sense that. And you might even get a job through friends, or maybe even someone you used to date. Just know that. Because you had 2 knights in that reading. And it wasn't that many cards. And to get 2 knights in a 5-card reading tells me, maybe follow that advice. So yeah, maybe someone that or used to date might recommend a job, and that job works out. So yeah, I'm gonna move on to Taurus. I still have enough energy to do Taurus, so let's do it. I'm game. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It did it anyway, but I didn't mean to do it. Okay, let's see, one more shuffle. Okay, what are we telling Taurus? I'm trying to get, at least if I can get to like Virgo, then I know I'm almost there, because then I just have to do Libra. So my voice though is a little ragged, and I'm letting you guys know that's what's going on. We are now on the sign of Taurus, and I'm just doing short, quick readings of whatever comes out, comes out. That's what I'm doing, okay? And as long as I got 4 or 5 cards, I can tell you the story. But look, and I'm trying to do as many as I can before my voice goes, because it really is going. Whew, okay. Your first card, Taurus, was the Nine of Pentacles. I love that. It's all about the Benjamins, isn't it, Taurus? It always is, but really right now. And I think you got it coming. Here's your judgment. I love it. It's your birthright anyway. Tauruses are about that money. Let's see beauty and all kind of things coming in. I feel like if you've been in a battle, if you've been in a struggle, you've been fighting for that money. I feel like that battle is over. And there's the King of Wands. This might be through the help of a male who is either a Leo, a Sag, an Aries, but it could just be that you take on the role, um, Taurus, of a very positive, upbeat leader, because that usually indicates a leader. But the beauty of this entire reading is that it started on the Nine of Pentacles, and that was the judgment. Like basically, it's like, and then with the the Five of Swords, it's like the fight is over. Stop fighting. It's done because you win. You got the Chariot. It's it's victory, and it's coming in fast. And maybe it's money. I would play the lotto or lottery. Maybe it's a love, because you got the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. That's the relationship card. But whatever this is, it's victory. You're going to win at it, no matter what. You have only 2 major arcana in this reading, and it is the Chariot and Judgment. Victory confirmed. Okay. All right, Taurus, victory is yours, and I all I can say is congratulations, because that's amazing. I also like to invite you to stop by the website, which is at astrologyaLookInside.com. That's astrologyaLookInside.com, and go to the website, check that out. And I always say go there first, because if you're going there to buy a reading, you might get distracted. I've got so much there, it's easy to get distracted. So I would go to the shop first and check out the readings. Okay, so let's see what we're going to tell the sign of Gemini. What are we telling Gemini? Geminis have been having a really rough time. I think they're having a hard time dealing with Saturn and Pisces, but Venus is also in Neptune is in Pisces, and Venus is also in Virgo. So I feel like they've been getting it from several angles, but it's been hard for a lot of Geminis. Just really hard. At least for the Geminis I've talked to, they all seem to be going through something like wow, it's that serious. It really does seem to be that serious for them right now. Now it might. Oh, that's right. And once it gets into Sagittarius season, I mean, they're going to feel, if they can't get through this, I mean, they're really going to feel it in Sagittarius. I swear, okay, this is really taking its time, giving me, I want to get at least four or cards or more, but it is fighting me and not giving me. And I don't want to just spread them out. I want to get a popper. I want them to. I'm only doing a few cards, so I thought it would tell me what it needs to tell me. Let's try this again. These just went all over. Okay, there we go. So here's what we got for the sign of Gemini. Gemini, you really made me wait for it. I feel like Geminis are reflecting back on things. Wow, I'm wheezing. I was like, what's that noise? That's coming out of me. Wheezing. Okay, so Two of Wands. Yeah, reflecting back on everything, looking at all the things you've done, looking at your choices, maybe thinking about the choices you have to make in the future. And also, you got the Three of Wands right after it. Yeah, looking at what's in your future, trying to decide what direction you're going to go in, trying to get the courage together to go forward and to go for what it is you want. And you got the Two of Pentacles after this. You're really stuck on this choice, on this decision. I wonder if it is about money because it's Pentacles, but maybe you're waiting for some documents or something, or phone call or some confirmation to come in before you get or do something in particular. You got the Strength card. This could be about passions. This could be about literally strength, but it could be about lust and passions because it ends on the Queen of Cups. And it makes me wonder if you're not in a relationship with a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer. But it does also make me think about being emotional. And Geminis usually aren't emotional. They're very intellectual, okay? On the bottom of the deck is a Nine of Cups, which tells me if you are in some kind of romance, it's going to end well. It's good. So, yeah, I mean, you only had several cards, and you got the Strength card here. You had two twos as well. That's usually, I think, indicative of business. I'm trying to recall. I can check, but the fact that you had two twos, and I only pulled 5 cards. That's when I see stuff like that, it always kind of freaks me out a little bit because I'm thinking, that's amazing. Like, how could that happen? And um, yeah. So I'm looking here just to see if I can get this for you to look at. Let me see if I can. Okay, here we go. Or for me to look at, sorry. I just wanted to make sure because I hate when I say stuff and I'm not certain. Okay, so this is what two twos mean. So I really wanted to be certain. It's that you'll have partners in crime in different areas of your life, and there may be infidelity in your romantic relationship. You might be trying to please too many people at once, If you're single, you might be playing a field. You might be involved with significant business partnership, or you might be looking at forming a new business partnership. So if I would say, if you want to listen again to what I said a moment ago and how that ties into that, I would do that, okay? So that's been my reading for you, Gemini. I hope it resonated with you. I invite you to stop by my shop, which is at astrologyaLookInside.com. That's astrologyaLookInside.com. Go to the shop, check out all the things in the shop. Okay, much love to you. And I'm going to do Cancer. Let's get this done. Cancer. Wow, your cards came right out. Is it 5? If it's 5 and it... Nope, I need one more. I was about to say I'm stopping at 5. I think I have 4 cards come out immediately, and a bunch more come out. It's a pretty long reading for Cancer. It had the moon on the end of it, but it was too many, and I'm not doing... Okay, there we go. Thank you. So here we go. It starts with a Five of Pentacles. I feel like some cancers feel like they've been struggling either with money. They might feel like they've been put out. It might be that, you might actually get help from someone who's influential, but they know your situation. They might actually help you. Look, you got the Magician card here too, Cancer. It means you might actually get help from somebody who's actually someone of stature. And I think you've got all the tools to make this happen. Because here's the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like it starts out like you might have to beg a little bit, but it's you got the Ace of Pentacles. I think you can definitely build your wealth. You just have to be in the right frame of mind, because here's that Four of Cups again. That stinking thinking. And Cancer, you might get into that. I feel like once you get your mind right, when you get all the information, you gather all the details, you're going to have that Ace of Pentacles. You realize that, right? So get out of that mindset. It might be because you struggled so much. It just seems like you were in some kind of struggle. And then with the Four of Cups, it just seems like it lingers because you had that Five of Pentacles. But really, I mean, your only major kind of was the Magician. I feel like, you have so much more potential than you even realize. You're more powerful than you know. On the bottom of the deck is the Hermit. It tells me you just need to take some time to just get yourself together, pray and meditate and take care of yourself, get centered again so you can be in a good place. Sometimes when we've been through a lot and things have been hard, or we've been in emotional pain, it's hard to be in the right place, like to be centered or to be in a good place. And I just feel like this is your opportunity to fix that and to move into a better place than you were. Okay. So let's see what we're going to tell the sign of Leo. Let's see what we got for Leo. Okay, a couple of cards turned over for Leo. See what I got for Leo. A couple more, and there they are. Oh, that was a lot of cards. I hope I didn't get too many. Let me see. I'll take it. It's a little bit much, but we're near the end. Leo, you got Temperance. So it starts out telling you to be patient and to wait. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you've been impatient about something. Sometimes if we're waiting for like money or for someone to call or something like that, we can get impatient. It's hard for us as humans to wait and to do it, say, on the divine plan's time instead of our own. We tend to want to force things. And the Temperance card is asking us to be patient, to wait. And once you do, Justice card comes. It's going to end in your favor. It's a reaping, we reap what we sow type of situation. And I feel like that you just have to have patience and get through that. And also make sure you have a clear vision of what it is you want, because the moon can be confusing. And here's a Judgment card right after it. I feel like you're at the tail end of something. It's all ending. I feel like maybe you were in a situation. Maybe your entire relationship is ending, or marriage, because it seems like there was cheating or something. Yeah, this is about getting on a new plan of action, getting on a new road that you can go to your success more quickly, because something in your past, something is going. You might have been building on this for years, but now it's got to go. And I wonder if it has something to do with that Three of Swords. If someone broke your heart, if someone cheated on you, they lied, they stole, whatever, you got to let it go. And here's the Ace of Cups. You're going to end up with your emotional fulfillment. I've been telling people this a lot this week. I don't know why this week it's come up several times, but sometimes we have to let go of what isn't working so something that works can come in. If we just keep holding on to the bull, the crap, then all we're going to get is crap. And there could be gold that wants to come into you, but you got to be willing and ready for that gold. You got to be ready. So look, you had a lot of major arcana for very little reading. You had the temperance card, the justice card, the moon, the judgment in the tower. And it's like, be patient. Your justice is coming. We reap what we sow. Your harvest is coming. Don't delude yourself. Don't kid yourself. See what's really there, because the judgment is here. And this will be the end of it all. The tower. The judgment usually signifies the end, and so does the tower. And the fact that it ended that way, I feel like whatever it is that's been plaguing you, it's done. Let it end, and it will. I sense, though, that you're sad about it. Five of Pentacles. That's sadness. And Leo, I think you're dealing with that. Maybe it's something you don't want to let go. And sometimes if someone we really loved harmed us in some way by lying to us, cheating on us, duping us in some way, it really does make it hard to move on, because we had such high hopes for that relationship or for that one thing. But this is time for you to let it go so that you can move on to something new. Okay, so I hope this resonated with you, Leo, that you got whatever message was supposed to come out of this for you. I hope it hit the right ears. And if you like to get a personal reading, I'd like to invite you to come to my website, which is Astrology, A Look Inside. That's Astrology, A Look Inside. I'm going to be creating a new website because I just became a certified life coach. So I'm going to be adding that into what I offer. So things are going to be changing soon. But for now, I'll still do these individual readings if if you order them. And what I would suggest, if you go to the website, astrologylookinside.com, go to the shop and then check things out after you go to the shop, because it can be very confusing. And if you're there to get a reading, I don't want you to get confused or lost, okay? Because it's a lot there. So let's see what we're going to tell the sign of Virgo. What does Divine Spirit want me to share with the sign of Virgo? And a couple of cards popped right out when I said that. Let me see what else I've got here for Virgo. Let's see, what is that special card that wants to come out? Oh my, I think I'm going to end it right on that. So here we go, Virgo, your first card. You're another one, the people in high places, Three of Pentacles. Getting help from people who are more powerful than you. Sometimes those people are the ones that help pull you out of the situation because you're not doing it alone. Look at this, 10 of Cups. I love that. This is you getting your emotional fulfillment. And it's also like a happy home life, a happy everything. And Virgo, here's the Knight of Wands. I love the fact that this came up. This is a card of courage and battle, of wits, and also of energy. There's so much creativity and energy here. I do feel like some Virgos might want to make sure they are rested and replenished and rejuvenated and ready. And what are they ready for, Virgo? Well, to win. That's why you got the Sun. And I love that that came up for you, Virgo, because this Scorpio season is a great time for Virgo. So I hope you enjoy this Scorpio season and use it to your highest ability. You only had two major arcana, the Hermit and the Sun. So relax, rest, rejuvenate, and then win. On the bottom of the deck, the Devil. Some of you might be dealing with the Capricorn, and some of you might be dealing with, the seven deadly sins. That's lust and power and greed and gluttony and all those other sins that tend to lead us astray. So I want you to be aware of those sins, because I don't want you to be pulled out of that Ten of Cups sun energy. Okay, that was beautiful energy, and I would love to see you achieve all that you can achieve with that. Okay, much love to you, Virgo, and happy Scorpio season. Happy November. And I'd like to invite you to come visit the website to check out the readings. You can do that by going to astrologyalookinside.com. That's astrologyalookinside.com. Go to the website, go to our shop. That way, I always say go to the shop first because it's a big website and you'll get confused. But in our shop, that's where you can get our readings. There's digital products. There's all types of things there in the shop. So come visit Astrology Look Inside and see what we've got there for you. Okay, much love to you, Virgo. So we are on the last sign of the night, and that is the sign of Libra. A bunch of cards just popped out of my hand, and I'm going to honor them for Libra. Let's see what we're going to tell Libra. The first card is the Page of Swords. I feel like let me get some water. Hold on a second. I feel like some Libras are information gathering. This could be you because you are swords. But this is communication, and it's also creativity, but it is about communicating, getting information, getting details. And I feel like the more information you get, the more details you get, the more facts you get, the more it's going to lead to your victory and your happiness and your joy and your emotional fulfillment. You'll feel good emotionally. Maybe with love, with the Lover's card there, maybe you're making a choice about it, but I feel like whatever's going on, you're going to fight for your love. Okay, this Knight of Swords fights for what they want and they win. But it's also this information. Again, I sense that there's information that you are gathering. You have the Page of Swords, now the Knight of Swords. I feel like when you have the facts, you have the details, that's when you are successful. You have the Six of Cups. So I do sense that you're thinking back on the past, maybe on the way things used to be, and sometimes when we do that, it puts us right here in the Four of Cups. If we're only thinking back on the bad things and we're not thinking about what could go right now, like something could go right now. But if we're stuck back in 2012, dealing with what happened then, we're missing everything that could happen today, now. So don't do that, okay? I guess be patient with yourself. Temperance card on the bottom of the deck, patient. Gather the information. I sense that's what this is. And eventually this Ace of Cups is going to come, Libra, but maybe if it's about love, it's about gathering the information, getting to know each other, maybe communicating with someone and building a bond, okay? Be patient with this. Build it slowly. And everything will work out if you have the right attitude. Don't compare someone new with someone from your past. Okay, so that is my advice. Let me see if there's any hidden messages in here that I might have missed. Not really. I don't think so. I think we covered it. You only had one major arcana, and that was the Lovers. So it's either about making a decision about that love, or that love wants to come into you, and you just have to be patient and wait for it to get to you. Okay? Much love to you, Libra. Many blessings. Many blessings. So you guys, this was fun. I'm glad I got through it. My voice was a little ragged and rough, but we did it. We did the whole thing, and all the readings are done. It was such a pleasure. Thank you so much for anyone who's taken the time to listen, especially to the whole show. So thank you. And if you have not already heard me say this, I'll say it again, but do come and check out the website. I have astrologyalookinside.com. It's a pretty large website. So I always say, if you're there to buy something, go to the shop first. Otherwise, you'll get distracted. So go to the shop, check out all that we offer in the shop. And I promise I'm going to be offering some new things there. Now, here's something I have not been promoting, but I will promote now. If you go to our Patreon, because we're on Patreon, if you go to patreon.com/astrology look inside, you can get our newest ebooks and digital products there because they now have that, and that will count toward all kind of stuff with your memberships and everything. So do check us out on Patreon. We'd love if you become one of our subscribers on Patreon. Okay. Much love to everybody. Many blessings. Again, this has been Adrienne, Capricorntigress of Astrology, a look inside.com. Many blessings, everybody. Have a great week. Have a great November. Okay, happy Scorpio season, everybody. Okay, much love. Much love. Bye.